Alright, so the Black Friday eShop sales, they are officially live and I am beyond excited to dive into the first batch of deals. Now today, I've got 20 fantastic games to share with you all, covering the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. And this, it's just the beginning. Expect many more sales videos in addition to our usual Thursday and Saturday releases. Now then, do us a favour, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any upcoming deals or reviews, and do remember, not all games are discounted in every region just yet, so if a title isn't on sale for you right now, be sure to add it to the wishlist. First up is Hyper Light Drifter Special Edition, now 75% off, hitting a new low price. This modern classic, it blends together action-adventure mechanics with the vibe of retro 16-bit RPGs, all wrapped up in stunning pixel art. Now you'll play as the Drifter, a mysterious wanderer tormented by an illness, exploring a vast, ruined world filled with echoes of this dark and just violent past. The narrative then is hauntingly delivered through visuals and environmental storytelling, no words, but it's a really interesting way to hook you into its almost think cryptic tale. Now, gameplay then centers on precise, fast-paced combat and exploration, challenging you to uncover hidden paths, master your weapons, and just adapt to what is a savage world. The difficulty here can honestly just be at times brutal. The special edition then for Switch takes it even further, adding exclusive features like the tower climb mode, new weapons such as the crystal shot and blade caster, and a special outfit that helps reveal secrets. Plus it runs at 60 FPS and even includes local co-op, a feature many don't realise is in here. It is one of those just unforgettable games that leaves a lasting impression, balancing tight combat with a somber, thought-provoking story, and with this massive discount, I think it is an absolute must-play. Next up is Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, now at 50% off, marking a new low price, and this game was underappreciated, but in my opinion it is a standout Metroidvania with tight gameplay, stunning visuals, and just a world that pulls you in. Now you play as Sargon, a young warrior navigating a cursed land teeming with mythological creatures and challenging puzzles. The combat is fluid and acrobatic, and it combines platforming skills with just deadly combos and even unique time powers that let you manipulate space and time to overcome enemies and obstacles. The biomes then are equally impressive, each with a distinct design, but then they also feature unique dangers and secrets to uncover. So yeah, whether you're solving puzzles, hunting hidden treasure, or unlocking new abilities to expand your combat arsenal, the game keeps delivering surprises, and that's what I appreciate. So overall, look, for fans of the genre, The Lost Crown, absolute gem. Tokyo Xanadu Ex Plus is 30% off and new low price, and notably, it's the game's first ever sale. And this is actually a game I loved when it first dropped on PS4, and for that reason, I picked it up day one on the Switch, and honestly, I think generally it's never really received the recognition it deserves. But overall, if you look at the gameplay, it's an action RPG, not turn-based, so expect real-time combat where you'll slash, dodge and unleash skills, while swapping between party members to tackle enemy weaknesses. The story then takes place in a rebuilt Tokyo 10 years after a massive earthquake devastated the city. What happens is, beneath the surface lies the Eclipse, a shadowy parallel world teeming with danger. So yes, it's very much kind of that Persona vibe to this one, I guess. But yeah, as you navigate through this dual world setup, you'll uncover the mysteries behind the Eclipse, its connection to the earthquake, and the sinister forces threatening the city. This version then, EX Plus, adds new content, including additional playable characters, side stories, and an epilogue that further fleshes out the narrative. Overall, it's just a fantastic RPG that is absolutely worth your time. ANNO Mutationem then is now 40% off, hitting a new low price. If you're a fan of Cyberpunk Worlds, this one's got style for days. You play as Anne, a highly skilled lone wolf on a personal mission through a neon-soaked metropolis full of mega corporations, fringe groups, and just bizarre creatures. The story then sees Anne and a hacker sidekick searching for her missing brother, and at its core, it's an action-adventure game with RPG elements, blending kind of uniquely 2D action platforming with 3D exploration. The combat then is a highlight, and can slash, shoot, and combo her way through enemies, using everything from great swords to rocket launchers. And yeah, I think overall, between its stunning visuals, unique mechanics, and entertaining narrative, love the game, and my full review is in the pinned comments. Forgive Me Father is now 50% off, hitting a new low price. This is a retro-inspired first-person shooter set in a Lovecraftian world where madness actually plays a pivotal role. You'll choose between two playable heroes first of all, a priest or a journalist, each with unique skill trees, and then you'll send them to face off against hordes of enemies with an arsenal powered by mysterious forces. The combat feels classic with no reloading mechanics and dynamic battles, very reminiscent of, 90s era FPS. But what sets this one apart is its dynamic madness system, which impacts both the gameplay and the visuals. The comic book style and graphics are hand-drawn, giving it a very unique aesthetic, though I will note here some players have commented that the visuals can feel a bit muddy in places. Still, look, if you're into Lovecraftian horror and want a shooter with a distinct vibe, it could be a solid pick. And I do want to say transparently here, it's not myself who played this one. Asdin from Grinning Wolf Games reviewed it for the channel and enjoyed it, so I will link that video down below. Natsu-Mon 20th Century Summer Kid is 50% off, hitting a new low price, and this charming adventure drops you into Yomogi Town, a picturesque rural setting between mountains and ocean, where you'll spend your summer as the son of a circus ringmaster. It's an open world experience that really celebrates the smaller joys of a nostalgic Japanese summer, catching bugs, fishing, helping the circus, mingling with locals, and just enjoying the sights and sounds of festivals and fireworks. The game isn't overly complex, I'll put that out there, and the mechanics definitely lean towards the simpler side, but that's kind of part of the appeal. It's a relaxing, wholesome experience, perfect for unwinding and just embracing that cozy atmosphere. Now, I recently wrapped this one up myself, and I do plan to actually drop a full review soon, but I will say this here, if you're in the mood for something light and tranquil, definitely worth a look. Jack Move is now 50% off, hitting a new low price, and for me it is a hidden gem. It's a retro-inspired RPG that swaps the traditional party system for a solo protagonist. That is NieR, a vigilante hacker navigating a cyberpunk world of corporate greed and dark secrets. Now the story kicks off when your estranged father is kidnapped by Monomind, an overarching megacorporation, forcing NieR to embark on a mission of rescue and revenge. Now combat here is a standout feature. They are turn-based battles, but they focus on tactical customization using a unique chip system. So basically, you can adjust your cyber deck mid-fight to shift between offense, defense, and buffs. You'll also then find hardware upgrades to boost stats and expand your options in combat. Now admittedly, visually it can get a bit repetitive over time, but honestly that's a minor complaint, and it's a great little bite-sized JRPG coming in at around 7 hours, so definitely on the shorter side. My full review is in the pinned comment. Hitman Blood Money Reprisal is 17% off, matching its low price and only the second sale of the game has ever had. While I haven't reviewed it on the channel yet, I did feature it in a best stealth games list. I'll be linking that down below. But yeah, this is considered a classic in the stealth action genre with good reason. Now you'll be playing as Agent 47, a professional assassin navigating a deadly conspiracy involving a rival agency. These missions are all about precision, traveling the globe and infiltrating high-profile locations. Think the Paris Opera House or the Las Vegas Strip. Your job? Execute a target without a trace. What makes this stand out is just the variety of approaches. Silence, witness-free kills, tragic accidents, or creative improvisation, although they encourage experimentation and repeat playthroughs. This Reprisal edition then modernizes the experience with features inspired by later entries in the series, like Instinct Mode, which highlights targets and points of interest, and a new mini-map for added situational awareness. The game also then flawlessly runs on the Switch. And sure, look, the visuals, they show their age, but the sheer creativity in level design and the multiple paths to your objectives more than make up for it, and if you're a fan of stealth games, this one an absolute must play. Dragon Quest Monsters: The Dark Prince is now 25% off, hitting a new low price, and this one's a gem, and while it's very different from the mainline Dragon Quest games on Switch, it's incredibly addictive. It also actually marked my first experience with this monster wrangling style of Dragon Quest gameplay, and now I just want more. That said, though, a note of transparency, it got some criticism at launch for performance issues, and while it has improved, it's still not entirely flawless. Still though, I think the gameplay loop more than makes up for it. So yeah, here you're playing as Sorrow, cursed and unable to harm anything with monster blood. It forces him to become a monster wrangler to assemble an army for battle. The game is all about exploration and synthesis, travelling through the seasonally shifting landscapes of this world, from rivers of lava to ruins to towers made of cake. Along the way then, you'll recruit those monsters, you'll battle stronger foes, and you'll synthesize new, more powerful creatures to grow your roster. I think with this one, if anything, it's just kind of a really charming story that pulled me in. Ghostrunner Complete Edition is now 50% off, marking a new low price. If you're after a fast-paced, brutally challenging experience, this one delivers. It is set in a neon-soaked cyberpunk city, and you play as a Ghostrunner, an unstoppable assassin fighting your way through Dharma Tower to take revenge on the Keymaster. It's basically first-person action at its most intense, with one-shot deaths that demand precision, quick reflexes, and a whole lot of patience to master. This edition then includes not just the base game, but also the Project Hal expansion, which lets you step into the shoes of Hal, a boss from the original game, battling through new levels, bosses, and a fresh story. Plus, it comes with a range of cosmetic packs so you can slay in style. Now, I will note transparently here, I've only played the base game myself, and I loved it, even with the added challenge of early performance issues, which have since been patched, learned that thanks to a recent video from SwitchUp. But yeah, look, this one, I say absolutely check it out. The DLC is on my wish list personally. There's no standalone sale yet, unfortunately, but as a complete package, I think the discount makes the whole thing so very tempting. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe is now 50% off, matching its all-time low price, and this is a game that truly defies categorization, blurring the lines between a traditional narrative and interactive experiment, I guess. Now, you play as Stanley, a humble office worker whose mundane existence is shattered when the orders on his computer screen mysteriously stop. From there, now you embark on a bizarre journey through branching paths where the game constantly subverts your expectations and even pokes fun at gaming conventions. You will question your decisions, you'll question the concept of free will, and maybe even reality itself. Now, this Ultra Deluxe version then expands the original 2013 release with a host of new content, choices, and secrets, all while maintaining the clever writing and the stellar voice work. Now, visually, it's also then been upgraded as well. Fair warning, however, with this one, look, I think it's obvious, but it's not for everyone. The humour, the non-traditional structure, and the lack of conventional gameplay means it's a title best approached with an open mind. My review is in the pinned comment down below if you do want a deeper dive. Fire Emblem Three Houses is now 30% off, matching its low price. It's one of the best RPGs on the Switch. It is set in a war-torn land, and you're cast as a professor at the prestigious Officers Academy, where you will choose to lead one of 3 student houses, each representing a major kingdom. Now, this decision not only shapes the narrative, but offers entirely different perspectives on the looming war, making it just highly replayable. The gameplay then blends tactical turn-based battles with life simulation elements, so between skirmishes, you'll spend time at the monastery teaching your students, building relationships, and preparing them for the harsh realities of war. Each character then is bursting with personality, and watching them grow as both warriors and individuals is just incredibly rewarding. And the combat system then, it's just as strategic as ever, with new mechanics like battalions and combat arts. It is a game that kept me hooked personally for nearly 100 hours, so whether you're a series veteran or a newcomer, take a look. With Black Friday upon us, then it's also the perfect time for me to grab some deals, and I've got 3 games in my cart already. Now, as always, these are not recommendations, these are just my personal pickups. If any of these do catch your eye, however, feel free to join me for the ride. So first up is Super Mega Baseball 4, which is 90% off, a massive discount that made this an easy decision. I loved the third entry in the series. It's a fantastic blend of arcade fun and in-depth baseball modes, but I never wanted to pay, full price for the follow-up, and this just got me immediately. It actually keeps as well the signature arcade-inspired gameplay, but it adds even more depth with features like an expanded trait system, team chemistry, and shuffle draft. It also brings legends to the field with over 200 fan-favourite former pros. Visually then, it's been overhauled with better animations, stadiums, and audio upgrades, plus cross-platform multiplayer has been expanded, so you can play with friends across generations and systems. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to diving into this. Next is Alan Wake Remastered, which is 75% off. However, a warning, this game was a mess to start with on the Switch. I'm hoping it's had patches to improve performance. If it doesn't pan out, however, you might see it soon in an upcoming Worst Games on Switch video that I'm putting together. However, if things seem good, I will circle back before the sale ends. Now quickly then, for those unfamiliar, Alan Wake is a psychological thriller that plays out like an episodic TV show. Now you follow Title Alan, a best-selling writer who heads to this small town of Bright Falls to overcome his writer's block, but instead finds himself in a nightmare where his wife goes missing and his own words come to life in terrifying ways. With flashlight-based combat and a narrative that keeps you guessing, it is a game that sticks with you. Or at least it will if the performance is where it needs to be. I will say, however, here, I've never liked the combat in this game, so I probably wouldn't be coming here for it. Finally, I'm grabbing Gundam Breaker for a new release. It's already 30% off. I played the demo and it was just over-the-top chaos in all the best ways. You know, customizing and battling mechs feels incredible. Really wanted to grab it at launch, but sadly it wasn't in the budget. But the discount here, enough to finally get me on board. So for those who love mech battles, this one lets you build and upgrade your Gundams with a massive array of parts before basically taking them into war. It's fast-paced, it's flashy, and yeah, what I've played, just simply fun. I also reviewed the demo, so I'll link that video below. So those are my Black Friday pickups. What are yours? Let me know in the comments, and now on with the rest of the list. So DUSK then slashes its price to 50% off, hitting a new low. This is hands down, in my opinion, the best retro-styled first-person shooter on the Switch. It's a love letter to the 90s era. Its 3 campaign episodes are packed with action, creative level design, and an arsenal of weapons that are just plain fun to use, from dual shotguns to rocket launchers. Every weapon here just feels impactful, and the fast-paced gameplay is buttery smooth at 60 FPS. Now what really sets DUSK apart though is its atmosphere, eerie lo-fi visuals paired with this killer soundtrack, and just tons of enemies. Expect battle cultists, possessed soldiers, and nightmarish creatures as you uncover the twisted secrets lurking beneath the earth. Beyond the campaign then, there's also an endless survival mode, perfect for testing your skills against relentless waves of enemies. And another highlight is the community-created content, which has led to some wild levels, including one inspired by Mario 64's Peach's Castle. If you love first-person shooters, this one's a no-brainer. Find my full review in the pinned comments. NieR is now 50% off, matching its low price, and this post-apocalyptic action RPG is widely considered a modern masterpiece, and for good reason. The game is set in a world where androids fight to reclaim Earth from machine invaders, and while that premise might sound, straightforward, NieR is anything but. The story takes you on an emotional roller coaster with themes of humanity, identity, and purpose woven into its narrative. Gameplay then is where the title truly shines, constantly shifting between styles to keep you on your toes. So one moment you might be engaged in fluid kind of hack and slash combat, the next you're piloting a mech in a bullet hell shooter segment. This variety paired with its open world keeps things just fresh throughout, and when you do hit the credits for the first time, you'll quickly realize it's just the beginning. This version also features new costumes and Colosseum battles, and it also runs incredibly well on the Switch, making it an excellent way to experience this iconic game. So yeah, look, if you haven't played NieR yet, this is the perfect opportunity to jump in. The Final Fantasy 1-6 Pixel Remaster collection is now 25% off, hitting a new low price, and this bundle brings together 6 iconic RPGs, remastered with updated 2D pixel art and beautifully rearranged soundtracks. Each game here is a cornerstone of RPG history, offering unforgettable characters, epic stories, and just timeless gameplay. The remasters also include modern quality of life features like a quick save function, and the ability to adjust experience gain, making them more accessible for newcomers while preserving the challenge for, purists. Alongside this then, we get a bestiary, illustration gallery, and music player. Also, it's worth noting, while the bundle is the best deal, each game is available individually, so you can pick and choose if there's maybe a specific title you want to revisit. ASTRAL Chain then drops to 30% off, matching its lowest price. This Platinum Games title is a showcase of stylish action and inventive gameplay mechanics. Now, you play as a member of a special police task force equipped with sentient armaments called legions. These creatures fight alongside you, and you'll control both your character and your legion simultaneously, chaining together these devastating combos in what is fast-paced combat. The game's cyberpunk world then is equally compelling, blending high-stakes battles with almost investigative gameplay. So yeah, between missions, expect to interact with citizens, solve crimes, and explore the city to uncover its secrets. The story really kind of dives into humanity's last stand against these extra-dimensional invaders, and it's great stuff. Also, the visuals just bring this setting to life with stunning detail. It's just a shame they don't give us a bigger discount, because this game's been out for like 5 years now, and they just seem stuck at 30% every single year. That said though, look, realistically, the game is more than worth it. Fire Emblem Engage is now 33% off, marking a new low price. This tactical RPG brings the classic turn-based combat the series is known for, but with a fresh twist: Emblem rings. These rings allow you to summon iconic heroes from past Fire Emblem games, merging their powers with your own to create new strategies and abilities. Now, it's set in a unique continent, and the story follows a defiant dragon tasked with sealing away the foul dragon, a great evil that's threatening the land. The gameplay offers huge amounts of customization, and you can carefully craft your units and strategies to win in these battles. The cast of characters in here are great fun, the visuals are stunning, the music incredible, and yeah, look, if you like tactical RPGs, it's a must play. And that is the video down. 20 great games that can be picked up on sale right now. And once again, remember, this is the first video of many. I'm seeing 2,000 games on sale right now, so lots more for me to dig through. And I imagine we're going to be seeing new additions over the next couple of weeks frequently. A shout out then to the patrons and the channel members who are going above and beyond to support SwitchCorner. It helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. Then hit subscribe, join us here for reviews, deals, news and lists daily, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.